Good morning. This is Around the House with Kay and Tom. This morning I'm going to attempt to make a Chinese cabbage salad. Looks like a whole lot of ingredients, but it seems to be very simple. What we're going to need a half a cup of sesame seeds. And it did say that this was optional, so if you don't like sesame seeds, it says you do not have to have it, but we're going to try it. I need a bag of sliced almonds. We need 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to need a half a cup of olive oil. I always like the virgin olive oil for some reason or another. We need a 1/3 cup of red wine vinegar. You can use rice vinegar too. Half a cup of sugar. And then we're going to need the tops of some green onions. I need a cabbage, crispy fried onions, and a bag of Ramen Noodles. And then use salt and pepper to your taste. So to start off with, what I have to do is I have to toast the almonds and my sesame seeds in my 2 tablespoons full of butter. I really do like these half sticks simply because it tells you exactly how much you need. This is 2 tablespoons full of butter. I'm just going to cut this up just a little bit. We need a half a cup of sesame seeds. I've got a half a cup of sesame seeds, and we're going to use this sliced almonds. Okay, I have taken a pack of these almonds, sliced almonds, and a half a cup of sesame seeds, and 2 tablespoons full of butter. And I have browned, I've got everything brown. Took me about 2 minutes, something like that, 2-3 minutes, once your butter melts. Once you get that done, you just set it aside. Your next thing you've got to do is you've got to fix your dressing. So what you're going to need, half a cup olive oil, 1/3 cup of red wine vinegar, and a half a cup of sugar. Mix this all up. I know you see a few specks in here. I wasn't thinking. I just picked up the same spoon. I had just stirred those almonds and the sesame seeds, so I've got some of that in here, but it's going to all be together anyway, so this will be fine. So just mix that up a little bit. A lot of this is set aside. Set everything aside. So we're going to set this aside. And we're going to get ready for the other part. So what we need now is we're going to need a cabbage grated up real fine, green onions cut up. Then we're going to put our noodles in it, and it says to break up the noodles before you put them in there. And our last thing we'll add will be our crispy fried onions. And then when we get that done, we will pour all of this together. Now, I actually hand grated my cabbage. A lot of people say the best thing to do is just go to the grocery store and buy you a pack of grated cabbage. But I have found out that sometimes it's not grated very small, and you get a lot of large pieces in there, which I just think it's better if you do it this way. Just use your grater and use the fine side. And getting the cabbage grated up is about the longest thing it takes to do. So you've got your cabbage grated. Now we're going to cut up our little onions, mix it all together, and we will be all set. Almost. Not quite. I've heard some people say they use 3 bunches of onions. I've heard some people say they don't particularly care for that much onions in it, so they only use like 1 bunch. But just make sure that you cut it up real fine. And there will always be a couple of pieces in it that you want to pick out. And since there's nobody here but me, I've only used 1 bunch of onions. Like I say, some people say a lot of onions in it. Now we'll take the bowl, make sure I don't have any pieces I don't like the way they look. Okay, and we'll mix our cabbage. And I really think you'll do better if every time you add an item to this, you sort of blend it in a little bit so you don't have just one glob of anything sitting here. Almonds and your sesame seeds. Like I say, now if you don't like sesame seeds, you don't have to put sesame seeds in it. So let's stir that up a little bit. It's beginning to look pretty. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 package of the noodles in here. I think I've about got those broke up a little bit. So let's put the noodles in here. It'd be nice if I put them in the bowl and not everywhere. And I'm going to use the little mix pack that comes in with the noodles. Now I happen to have got chicken, but I know that they have, I've seen the beef. I didn't have a choice when I got these. This is what they had. Fried onions in here. And let's just stir this all up. Good thing I don't have anything else to mix except for the dressing, because my bowl sure got full. And like I say, you're better off stirring it a little bit each time you put a different ingredient in it, so everything is sort of mixed. And now we're going to pour the dressing over the top of it. I'm going to put just a little bit more vinegar in my bowl. Make sure I've got all the sugar out of the bottom of this bowl. I really didn't think there would be enough dressing to get it wet, but it definitely is. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt and pepper in it, because it is cabbage, and cabbage is always better with a little salt and pepper. And try to make sure that you've got everything on the bottom sort of coated with the dressing. And like I say, I'm really amazed at how just that much dressing was enough to get all of this soaked or wet. Now all you have to do now is put it in the refrigerator, let it cool a little bit, chill a little bit, stir it up, and by the time you get ready to have a salad with your dinner or your lunch, it's all soaked in. Now let's just see what we've got, see what it looks like. No, let's see what it tastes like. This is what it looks like. And I've got me a little bowl here. Very, very good. Crunchy. It's got a little vinegary taste to it. And everything is wet. I think crispy fried onions really set it off between that and the almonds. Again, this is Around the House with Kay and Tom. This is just a salad that you can fix with people coming over. It's something different. Please subscribe to my channel and have a fantastic day and come back to see me again.